So I was looking at Demon's Row. He just did a video why young men are leaving the 1% biker clubs for the lone wolf life. Now, that video, the link is in the description box, and I found it a very interesting video. A lot what he says is spot on. But I think if you dig deeper into the subject, and this goes for society as a whole, not just MCs, but it is a generational type of problem going right now for all kind of social gatherings, social clubs, fraternities. You're looking at the Moose, Elks, all that kind of stuff. They are facing the same things more in mass than MCs are, because of the participation isn't there anymore. Now, if you look at Generation X, that's my generation. We grew up in a time where communication was mostly on the local scale, where you had to watch local news to know what's going on. Hell, we only had 2, 5, 7, 9, 32, I think, as far as channels are concerned. So in order to get out there and get information, you had to go to the local news. Again, very different time. With that being said, we used to get together. That was our thing to pass the time. Get together, live life, have a lot of friends. But nowadays, you're looking at the disconnect people have with other people. That's why you're seeing the failing, the fraternities, clubs, and all that kind of stuff, because they can go right on the internet, and that's how they communicate. They became more loners than anything. And they don't want to be strapped with a bunch of rules because of the environment that they're in. Now, let's admit, MCs got a ton of freaking rules, man. But if you look at it, deep down, they're actually doing it right to younger people. The independent biker is what it was all supposed to be about: the freedom, the adventure, the partying, doing you and doing it on your own terms. Nowadays, man, there's been so much freaking rules, and it's way different than it used to be. I'm not going to BS you, man. A lot different. It was mostly common sense when I was coming up through the 90s. There wasn't all this BS protocol. Half of this protocol stuff, I'm going to be honest with you, is made up. It's made up by a lot of content creators. It isn't actually what happens on the street. And if it does, it's from these younger guys watching these MC protocol channels say, yeah, you got to do this. It wasn't like that. A lot of stuff you're hearing is BS. And, well, at least back in the day. Now it's like, my God. And it's no wonder that these younger people want nothing to do with MCs, because they don't want to be held down. They want to do their thing. And going independent is really the way to do it. But again, if you look at society, how it has changed so much, not only with the technology, but how people get together socially, you'll see the whole problem. Come on. The best way to date a chick now is to go on an app. You don't even have to leave your house. It's all on an app. You don't even have to go to a bar anymore. None of that kind of stuff. Or the flip side to that is you can join one of these riding Facebook club groups. You get to know everybody on there and go ride if you want to go ride. And you'll have somebody. It's just amazing how everything has really changed, and you're starting to see it now. You got to remember, when we went through Generation X, we didn't have all this stuff. You actually had to go out, you had to meet people, and that's how you got by. It was a closer knit type of deal, and that's why you didn't see all these clubs trying to go worldwide within the first month. No, it was more of a local deal where, they built bonds. That's why when somebody said loyalty and honor and all that kind of stuff back then, it meant something. Now it really don't mean all that much because people forgot about that. They forgot about what makes not only a biker, but a man is word. And a lot of stuff for these kids have been watered down. We can go on and on about how technology changed stuff, but the pure fact is social abilities of a lot of people are just not there anymore. You got people afraid to leave the house or be in large public gatherings. That's how messed up things have gotten. And you got to look at it from that angle. Why these younger kids don't want to be around diamonds. Now, that's any club to me. I think that's why you really see a lot of explosion in social clubs. Riding clubs, but social clubs. You see an explosion in that. It's all about the freedom of doing what they want when they want. No rules, none of that crap. Where sometimes I do wish some of the younger guys got to experience what it was all about back in the 80s, 90s. My God, it would have been so different for you guys than it is now. And I feel you, man. I actually feel sorry for the younger guys because they didn't get to experience the purity of what a club was before all this let's go worldwide stuff. I discussed that Satan's Choice deal. Everything's done on the internet now. They've opened chapters worldwide. It's all on the internet now. And I guess I am out of touch because I guess that's the new way of doing things. And it's not only them. You got major clubs doing this, but, depending on how they're utilizing the freaking internet, yeah, it's a tool, but hopefully they're sticking to some kind of traditions. But the irony and hypocrisy of that is just unbelievable. But go look at that video. I did that video, the Satan's Choice. It's a mail order scheme. I think the title was, go look at that. Because I always find it funny, man. You got all these cheerleaders out there talking all kinds of good stuff. But weren't they bashing the Iron Order for doing the exact same thing that they are and a lot of clubs are doing now? Hypocrisy and, cops. Well, you don't think you're going to get cops in there with all that going on? All the mail-in stuff? Come on, man. It's easy as hell to infiltrate that one. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. What do you guys think? Don't forget to join the members only deal, man. Get yourself some motorcycle Madhouse. Interesting conversation. It was an interesting video. Link in the description box. Rock on.
Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong.